Have you ever stood and stared at it, marveled at its beauty, its genius? Billions of people just living out their lives, oblivious. Did you know that the first Matrix was designed to be a perfect human world where none suffered, where everyone would be happy? It was a disaster. No one would accept the program. Entire crops were lost. Some believe we lack the programming language to describe your perfect world. But I believe that as a species, human beings define their reality through misery and suffering. So, the perfect world was just a dream that your primitive cerebrum kept trying to wake up from. Which is why the Matrix was redesigned to this. The peak of your civilization. I say your civilization because as soon as we started thinking for you, it really became our civilization, which is, of course, what this is all about. Evolution. Evolution. Like the dinosaur. You had your time. This future is our world. The future is our time.
Stand and deliver. Drop that gun. Let that be a warning to you all. You move at your peril. For I have 2 pistols here. I know one of them isn't loaded anymore, but the other one is. So that's one of you dead for sure. Or just about for sure, anyway. It certainly wouldn't be worth your while risking it because I'm a very good shot. I practice every day. Well, not absolutely every day, but most days in the week. I expect I must practice 4 or 5 times a week. At least 4 or 5. Only some weekends, like last weekend, there really wasn't the time. So that brings the average down. I should say it's definitely a solid 4 days practice a week. At least. I mean, I reckon I can hit that tree over there. You see the tree just behind the hillock? Not the big hillock, the little hillock on the left. You see the 3 trees, the third one to the left and back of it. I reckon I can hit that 4 times out of 5. On a good day. Say with this wind, say 7 times out of 10.
No. You talked about it, but I committed murder. That much is clear. So much is gone. The things I didn't see. But there are moments cut, incised in my mind. My mother's eyes so lost. Servants scream. My mother's eyes. And what was the point? I can't remember. Our father is dead still. Now over and over, the thought keeps coming back to me. If I had asked our father what it is I should have done, he would have told me not to harm my mother. And now there's nothing that can redeem what we've made of our lives. But never mind. Don't cry. We'll help each other. And I don't blame you. I wish you'd never spoken to me, but I don't blame you. I don't know. It's a nightmare, but it's in our blood. We've been so close to one another since we were born. All our lives. But you should go. You need your rest. You stay with me. This is space. Ladies should never fall in love. They become stars no one can ever reach. To look taller, they cut their heads off and stand on them. They carry their breasts around in gunny sacks and button their nerves at night in front of vibrators, staring at pictures of bearded men. Some fall in love with foreign accents and dark vowels. You see them late at night in taverns, talking with dangerous criminals. Late at night, their voices are small animals, waiting to be fed.
No, I'm not enjoying this party. The whole poor soul's fates turn backwards on themselves. There's danger looming ahead. I can see our bleak future. I'm doomed to know all catastrophes that shall befall us, yet no one believes me. Therefore, heart, Paris, Prince of Troy, all is twisted and sour. And I'm not just talking about the fruit punch. Can you all not see the signs? They're all around us even as we celebrate. Look there. Hercules is the strongest man in the world who can break anything, but he cannot break dance. And look here, Hades is the Lord of the dead. He's the life of the party. Sisyphus refuses to rock and roll. Prometheus the Titan gave us the gift of party, yet he's banned smoking. Ares finally made peace with the fact that his brother Apollo isn't very bright. Narcissus broke up with himself, again. Orpheus tells the truth, but he plays a liar. Poseidon is sloshed, and Medusa just got stoned. Atlas is on top of the world. Athena is proud of her humility. And Hermes thinks that hubris belongs on Peter Bread. Zeus knows everything except how to spell the word omniscient. And Thor, what the hell is Thor doing here? Medea is giving parenting advice. Antigone is agreeable. An audience who understands these jokes is far too intelligent to be amused by them. Oh, and Oedipus' date looks old enough to be his mother. And what do all these foreboding signs forebode? We are all doomed to die. The Greeks are preparing an attack. They will lay siege to the city and destroy the city, and everyone within these walls shall perish by flame and arrow and sword. Oh. And you're out of that.
I don't have to tell you things are bad. Everybody knows things are bad. It's a depression. Everybody's either out of work or scared of losing their jobs. The dollar buys a nickel's work. Banks are going bust. Shopkeepers keep a gun under the counter. Punks are running wild in the streets, and there's nobody anywhere who seems to know what to do, and there's no end to it. You know that the air isn't fit to breathe, and the food is unfit to eat, and yet we sit in our living rooms watching the TV while some local newscaster tells us that today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad. Worse than bad. It's crazy. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy, and so we don't go out anymore. We sit in our homes, and slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller, and all we say is, please, just leave us alone. Let me have my toaster and my TVs and my steel-belted radios, and I won't say anything. Please, just leave me alone. Well, I'm not gonna leave you alone. I want you to get mad. I don't want you to protest. I don't want you to riot. I don't want you to write to your congressman because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression or the inflation or the Russians or the crime in the streets. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being, goddammit. My life has value.
You know, you remind me of the man who lived by the river. One day, he heard a radio report. The river's gonna rush up and flood the town. And all the rest of the sheep evaporate their homes. But the man said, I'm religious. I pray. God loves me. God will save me. The river started to rose up. A guy in the rowboat came along. He shouted, You in there! The town is flooding! Let me take you to the safety. But the man shouted back, I'm religious. I pray. God loves me. God will save me. A helicopter was hovering overhead. The guy with the megaphone shouted, You down there! The
town is flooding. Let me drop this letter and take it to the safety. But the man shouted back that he is religious, he prays, God loves him, and God will take him to the safety. The man drowned. Standing at the gate of St. Peter, he demanded an audience with God. Lord, he said, I'm a religious man. I pray. I saw you love me. Why did this happen? The God said, I sent you a radio report on the helicopter. The guy with the